What a play, play after play after play.
And there it is.
And she is taking over.
Love that.
He's got a lot of room to run.
The greatest conference in the country is showing out tonight, gentlemen.
Wow.
Home run.
That's number one on SportsCenter right there.
Daquan Davis into the paint, and he puts it in for a 2-point lead. Your WCAC champions.
Thank you for being with us all day long here at the Behan Strong Invitational. We're going to get right into praying an anthem to get things started.
Admission to Interscholastic Athletic entitled spectators to enjoy a competitive exhibition of skills in a Christian educational setting. Spectators, please give the student athletes positive encouragement and support. Show respect for opposing players, coaches, spectators, and support groups. Please refrain from bullying, taunting, or intimidating the officials and opponents. Such behavior is unfriendly and unacceptable. Please respect the integrity and judgment of the game officials. They are doing their best to promote the student athlete and the game. Be a positive representative of your school community. Thank you very much for your support of the WCAC Sportsmanship Creed. And now for our great game of prayer. Then please remain standing for our national anthem. Let us remember that we're in the holy presence of God. Dear Lord, help me to play my very best during this game. Teach me to treat my fellow team members and coaches, officials, and opponents with respect and dignity. Challenge me to always do what is best for my team and not necessarily for myself. Enlighten me to the powerful life lessons I will experience during this competition, win or lose. Ask all these things through Christ our Lord. Amen. Okay. St. John Baptist, give us now. Live Jesus in our hearts. And now to honor America, the playing of our national anthem.
All right, Game 4 of the Behan Strong.
Game 6, man.
Game 6. Sorry, Game 6 this year, right. We had the freshmen and the JV join the party this year. Georgetown Prep showed up with all of their teams.
All their 7-footers.
We got, all right, we're going to get Mark Stern, who's going to join us here at some point. I'm going to let him know. He's got free reign. All right. The St. John's Cadets having a great year, loaded with talent, coached by Pat O'Connor. The program is in great hands, set up, by, of course, by Pat Behan. The St. Andrews school team tonight has their hands incredibly full.
Number 5, Jonathan Barton. And number 2, Mr. Finley Billy. The head coach of your St. John's Cadets, Mr. Patrick O'Connor.
It seems like there's a Barton on the floor no matter what
Oh, there has been. And on the girls' side, boys' side, doesn't matter. There's a Barton playing for
Barton
St. John's.
family.
That means there's a good St. John's team, too. But anytime there's a Barton on the roster, you got a shot.
We got our eyes and ears open for some of these new players at St. John's this year. On the floor right now, Amari Witherspoon, number 0. Finley Billy. He'll tip it off. Devin Totley in the backcourt. Obviously, John Barton on the floor. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Cadets is Jeremy Clark. Let's get our first look at Karan Bailey for St. Andrews. A low run action for him.
This is a first-team All-MAC competitor from last season.
Roach blocked. Totally.
St. John's goes fast, so keep your eyes glued to the screen.
Oh, John Barton under control. He looks like he's about to run for 2,000 yards in the NFL.
He has an NBA/NFL ready body, there's no doubt.
/MMA. Nice little dish. Jumper, good.
Nice touch.
It's Caton Scott, the senior forward. Gets St. Andrews and the Lions on the board straight out of Potomac. Head coach Kevin Jones.
Yeah, Caton Scott coming off a 28 and 12 point evening over at the Avalon School. Not bad stats there.
Totally. Hopping in.
Hopping is true.
And they'll get the defensive foul there. Yeah, he's a pogo stick, as are so many of these basketball players we've been watching all day long. John Barton, uncharacteristic miss at the rim, but he had well defended. St. Andrews with good ball movement here early.
Good box out by Finley Billy there. Yeah, Devin Totley, we were just talking with CJ. He said he's Saquon Barkley. I couldn't agree more. Watching him play point guard is like watching a version of Saquon. It is. He is so strong, so quick.
I want him to do a reverse spin jump over somebody. And that ball gets on the floor and is picked up by R.J. Roach.
His development from last year to this year, he was a very good player last year and one of the first guards off the bench as a freshman on that championship squad. But watching him play earlier this year is a different story. He is a one-man fast break, and watch him go.
Yeah, strong on the boards, offensively and defensively, and very, very sure-handed as Amari Witherspoon attracts attention in the lane.
How about elite quickness? Elite quickness. Look at that.
Amari, and that was a Keith Veeney 3, as John Barton respectfully disagrees with the call.
Yeah, but to be fair, one of the only bad calls I've seen all day today. 6 games.
How many Bartons are there again?
They're like Ricca's. I lost track.
Yeah, there's just always another one.
Another really good one, by the way.
It's just what we need in our life. Here we go. Roach, quick, again, good ball movement. They're getting shots at St. Andrews. It's Roach, and that was a good-looking shot. It felt pretty pure. You wonder if seeing that go down it helps. Is Amari Witherspoon.
Oh, what a move by Witherspoon. And R.J. Roach, another guy with a Naval Academy and an Air Force offer. I love telling you this and watching the reactions.
It's my favorite thing in the world.
And I love it, too.
The best of the best serving this country.
By the way, great hustle there, John Barton.
All right, Totley.
Well, you combine Totley with Jeremy Clark in that backcourt, and it's a blur.
Witherspoon gets some help there. Delivers it out And Finley.
Right now, St. John's is getting what they want offensively.
John Barton just making it. That's a 1950s high school gym bucket. Just nice, easy, and super short shorts.
Like I said, with the quickness of this backcourt, watch Jeremy Clark. That is ridiculous.
And now with the payoff on the other end, and he dishes.
Unselfish, great basketball.
Yeah, totally.
Look at them compete on defense.
Since you asked, I don't want to play pickup against him either.
You got it.
Traveling. A well-traveled bunch today. A lot of whistles for the extra step.
Look at the unselfishness. He caused the turnover, but he also wants that assist. Finley Billy making sure he puts his head down and runs, because when you play on this team, you're going to get that ball. They love to share the ball. Pat O'Connor has preached and preached sharing that basketball. They do a great job of it. Play D, play fast, share the ball.
Amari Witherspoon spins. Probably should have worked that glass from inside close. And that's last touched by Jeremy Clark, according to the referee.
St. John's is speeding them up on offense. St. Andrews on offense is just going so fast because it feels like there's 6 defenders on the floor right now.
Oladeji on the floor for St. John's, along with Zion Chase.
Good offensive hustle on the boards.
Good no call there by the ref.
Yeah, Caden Scott.
That was almost a charge and a block by the same team. Totally for 3. That's a good-looking shot. If you can do that and all the other things that he does so well.
He is coming into his own.
He's got some free college coming his way.
Well, if you're watching somewhere, be that first coach to pull the trigger, because this young man is
he deserves it.
He's for real.
And he's done all of it. He's waited his turn. He's contributed when he's had his opportunity, and now is the leader of this squad for Coach O'Connor. And he's still just a junior. Zion Chase, and he looks for the one-handed slam, and it's no good. We will be joined by Mark Stern here in the first half.
Miles Franklin, the senior, with a nice move.
4-point game. Mark Stern, welcome to the broadcast, sir.
Gentlemen, appreciate you having me.
Let's get this up here. I want people to hear that soft, sultry, dulcet tones of Mark Stern. Capital Hoops. We said it, but Omare from the logo, in and out. Almost a rebound there as Oladeji got on the floor, and Omari Witherspoon stepped in front of that pass. Mark, let's just start where we need to start, because we've mentioned it in previous games. First and foremost, thank you so much for everything you do for the basketball scene. We recognize it as the greatest high school basketball scene on the planet. You're in the middle of that solar system, my friend. You're a hustler, and you are in it for the kids, and we've been watching you work, and there's nothing in D.C. No hustle in D.C. gets unrecognized, as we hope everyone's okay there, and we are. And so, Mark, good on you. You do so much for so many. And this cause in particular, I think as we've got to know each other better over the last few years, this has been front and center in our lives, especially for you. So I just want to make sure everyone understands that you're not just a friend to high school basketball. You're a friend in First Amendment sports, of course, but a friend to St. John's and Pat Behan and in this league, the Behan family, the way you support your friend and our friend in this fight, it's been amazing to watch, man. And you just deserve everything that we can say good about you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Ken. Like you said, Pat's a really, really close friend of mine, and it's kind of devastating to see what he's going through right now. But, this is his reality, and we got to do everything we can to support him and try to help raise money. I mean, I'm over at his house a lot. He's got constant caretakers there 24/7, and they are damn expensive. And, all the proceeds from this tournament are going to pay his caretakers who basically help him live. So I really appreciate you guys coming here and doing this. I know you guys are taking a lot of time out of your day, not making a penny doing this, and it's a lot of work setting everything up. You got a lot of guys behind the scenes helping you, get graphics and camera, just all kinds of stuff that goes into it. So I really appreciate y'all's effort in, streaming this thing to the public.
Well, like you, sir, we're just proud to do anything we possibly can for a guy we consider a friend that's just an amazing inspiration on a daily basis to myself, my family, all of us. And after that introduction Ken gave, there's nothing else to say. I agree with Ken. You are someone in this basketball community that is really well respected because of what you do for the kids, not for yourself. But today, what you're doing for Coach Behan and what we're all here for is the main thing. As Jeremy Clark goes and does some work here. But it's been really neat watching you build what you've built. But today is the day, man. So just tell me about what today means to you a little bit, because I know this is round 3, and we've been going through this.
Yeah, I mean, today's just a day to show love to Behan, who's here over there in the corner.
It's amazing.
With his wife and a long line of people trying to line up and say what's up to him.
Yes, sir.
But today is about just kind of community and raising money for him, and obviously having really good basketball, which is something we're not in short supply of.
Yeah, and
oh man.
I don't know, not just to say it every time, but so I think for people who don't know Mark, if he's not here, he's somewhere, he's on court somewhere.
He's in a gym, no doubt.
He's in a gym, boys and girls, public, private, anywhere where there's high school basketball being played. Tell me a little bit about this season. So, the season's so fresh. We're in these, exhibitions, tournaments, conference play really doesn't really heat up until, a little bit after New Year's. So what's Capital Hoops up to? What kind of stuff do you guys have going on that we can help, let people know about and, get involved with?
So this is already the 3rd event of the year that I've run, and my 4th one is next weekend, which is probably the biggest event. It's sponsored by the Washington Wizards. It'll be televised on Monumental, same channel the Wizards and Caps are on. We got 5 games that'll be televised on Monumental next week, and then the rest of the games are on the Monumental streaming app. And we got heavyweight games. I mean, we got Long Island Lutheran coming in, the girls team, which is like top 2 or 3 girls team in the country. Oh, yeah. The second game is a matchup of Cam Ward and Jordan Scott, 2 public school kids who are both going to Michigan State next year, which is, that's incredible to have 2 local DMV kids both going to Michigan State.
That's awesome.
Both are 6'8", both are public school kids, both won state championships last year, and this will be the first time they've ever played head-to-head in high school. So that's really cool. We got PBI playing the defending state champion from North Carolina. St. John's is playing Highland with Nate Ament, who's like a top 3 player in the country. DeMath is playing Jackson Reed, who just upset Bullis a minute ago.
Yep.
And that's just, we got 2 more games on Saturday. Mount Zion, who's nationally ranked. McNamara plays on Sunday. Good Counsel from the WCAC. Highland plays the second game on Sunday. It is just littered with banger after banger next week.
That's awesome. I love the excitement because, for Mark, it's not wild card weekend in the NFL next week. It's
that's on my mind. That's on my mind. We got
high school football.
We got to get
basketball.
We got to get butts and seats next weekend, and with those NFL playoffs looming, it might be a little bit of a challenge.
So we got the QR code up on the screen, as we've been saying all along. Now, here's what we want. We got a really good crowd, the St. John's and the St. Andrews crowd for this game. We want to raise $1,000 during this game. Now, what is that going to take? If we can get 20 people to donate $50, 20 people during this game to hit that QR code and donate $50, if we can raise $1,000 just during this game, we will consider it a huge success. And we'll be so proud to have gotten those people together for Pat. So 3 quarters left. The QR code's right there. We need 20 people to step up, at least 20 people to step up and put down $50.
And even if you can't donate $50, I mean, donate $5, $10, 20.
Yep.
I mean, 20 people at 50 would be amazing, but if 50 is out of your budget and you can just put $15 down right now, I mean, we need a lot of people to donate, and that money will add up.
There couldn't be a better cause, guys. Come on, cadets watching here. I mean, like Mark just said, doesn't have to be 100, doesn't have to be 50. It can be whatever you can afford, but every little bit does help, and there's no better cause to stand behind, especially as a St. John's cadet, for a guy that led our basketball program to the promised land. And I've said it 3 times tonight, Mark. Paul VI only lost 1 game in their last 39 WCAC contests, and it was that night, my brother. So
what a magical night that was. Holy.
Just to
I'll
make
never
sure,
forget it, dude. Never forget your face. I know we were all looking at each other, like looking down press row, going, "What's about to happen? What's happening?
It was
what
insane.
just happened?"
I just want to make sure everyone, the QR code at the top, that's to get you to the auction. We have amazing things, and we're going to talk about some of those amazing things that you can bid on as Devin totally rises up and elevates in the lane for 2.
He's filthy.
BehanStrong.com is on the bottom of your screen where people can donate. So you go to BehanStrong.com, you can donate directly, get involved in the QR code up top to bid on items. But BehanStrong.com, that's where we're going to raise $1,000 during this game, and we're going to get your help to do it.
And this auction, I'm sure you guys have touched on this, but this auction, we got some really cool stuff. I mean, really cool stuff. I'll tell you my favorite item on there is the private chef who comes into your house and cooks dinner for 4. He's actually a personal friend of mine who volunteered his services.
It's amazing.
But he is the
Who's it,
best.
Chef Andrew?
Andrew Kern. He is the best chef in the DMV.
Woo.
Andrew Kern?
Andrew Kern.
Oh,
you know him?
my man.
Yeah. Colonel.
Oh, that's so
Colonel,
cool, man.
Colonel.
And by the way, awesome company. I can promise you that. He's not just cooking it. He's serving it.
Absolutely. So I promise you, if you order that, the food is included. He'll make anything you want. Lamb chops, steak, ribs, lobster, whatever you want. It's coming to a house near you. You just gotta win that auction.
Well, that's not what I want. Originally I thought Ken and I were going back to basketball camp, and any one of these coaches
I'm going to basketball camp.
We got a lot of camps on the horizon here.
That's perfect. That's brilliant.
So
your
I
kids
actually
are going to camp.
So I was actually sitting over at Pat Behan's house 3 nights ago, and I was like, I should text all the coaches playing in this and ask them if they'll give a week or 2 at camp.
Yes.
And I texted them, and we got,
Everybody.
Ferrello gave 5 weeks out. Bruce Kelly and Bullis gave a couple weeks out. I mean, if you got a kid who really likes camp,
yes.
I mean, you could send him to 5-6 camps.
Only kids, Mark, because hashtag asking for a friend.
No one wants to see your stanky chucks lying around.
My game just needs a teeny bit of tweaking. John Barton kicks it to the corner 3. No good.
All right, Mark, I got to ask you this real quick. You've seen the St. John's program forever. Kind of a personal question, but as Tariq Boney walked by earlier, I said he's one of my favorite players on the gridiron in St. John's history. And he's on the bench over here, and you will see him check in. I want you to tell me someone on this St. John's roster that you've seen them play a million times. Who's someone that just Mark Stern wants to come watch?
One of my favorite players on the St. John's roster is Jaimin Vini.
Yes.
Transfer from Gonzaga. His dad was a legend back in the day, Reggie Vini, longtime DeMatha assistant coach. But he is long, he's slippery, he's lanky, and I think he's going to be, in a year when he's getting 18 shots a game, like he's going to be a dynamite. I mean, he already is, but once he's being relied on as like the guy, I think he's going to flourish.
So I've heard this a bunch, and I think I agree with you based on the people that I've talked to. But I will say this. My dad ran the WCAC basketball when he was the AD here at St. John's. So I've been going to this tournament since I was a little kid. I watched Reggie Vini shoot like effortlessly from 45 out. I watched Keith do the same thing, and I asked everybody, is John related to these guys? And I asked that earlier. So thank you for straightening that out for me.
I had it out.
No.
I made my first Keith Vini reference in the first game when someone tried to shoot it from the logo.
True.
I didn't realize Reggie was sitting so close at the time, but Reggie
I actually
knows.
said he was that Reggie Vini.
Yeah.
I did.
Was that Reggie Vini? Yeah.
Well, as a little kid, you look up to these guys. And these
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
Oh,
these
yeah.
little guys in the stands here today have seen some incredible basketball talent.
And there's the two-hander. Zion Chase with the thunder.
Throw it down, Zion.
I mean, I'll tell you another St. John's kid I love is Barton.
I mean, how can you not?
Ever since he was a sophomore, he wasn't even playing much, but his hustle and just like his drive and I don't know. I've always been a huge fan, and now that he's actually like turned himself into a Division I player, it's nice to see.
Hey, Al Batista repped the last game. I'm sure you know Al.
I've talked to Al about this.
You've heard this?
Al
You've heard
thinks
this?
he's an NBA player.
That's what he told me. He was my middle school teacher here, and I wasn't going to. But, yes. I said, what do you mean, Amari? He said, no.
I went out to lunch with Al like a month ago, and Al would not shut up about Barton. He loves him.
Hey, we were at Rosenstiel. He was giving me the same conversation. He does love him.
Where was that lunch?
Al's a great guy.
He is a great guy.
Silver in Bethesda.
I knew it was going to be a diner. I should have put my money down first.
Well, he's an NBA guy that is a consultant to the NBA.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
Guy. His extra credit questions were always sports related and amazing. I want him to jump into the football refereeing situation in this area and straighten that one out. Can he do that? Because our basketball referees.
And the one-hander by Miles Franklin, the senior.
The Columbia commit.
Our football referees in this area need to step up to the level of our basketball officiating because we have top-notch basketball officiating and decent football officiating. Just my personal opinion.
Al's baseball accolades are like just as high as his basketball accolades.
He was my baseball coach in middle school, sir.
He is.
He's a brilliant mind.
He is one of the sharpest guys I've ever met.
And by the way, just for everyone, Al's not 1,000 years old, all right? He did coach Kevin. He coached like he's almost 1,000.
I mean, he's still reffing.
He's still
reffed
reffing.
the first game
He was out here today.
He ran up and down the floor more times than all three of us couldn't run that combined. Couldn't have gotten up and down the floor like that.
And he had a crazy call in the game. Do you remember he made a call where someone on the free throw lane did something?
Yes.
And he gave the guy another shooter,
Number
which
4.
is something I don't think I've ever seen before.
I said it was a violation, but I didn't know which type.
Yeah.
Damon Nelson, by the way,
I think Al's the only guy who can make that call and justify why he made that call and give you what section in the rule book.
Exactly, 107.3. That's funny, Mark. Mutual friends with Kern and Batista. We might have to talk after this.
I knew you were a hustler, but that's like a 70s hustler. You need to put on some velour.
I got plenty.
I know you got some velour in the closet. Now let me tell you, Damon Nelson has decided that he is going to assert himself, and he's going to get dapped up by his teammates as they all watch him come in. He's keeping them in right now, and the fact that it's an 11-point game.
The Spalding transfer with the Bryant offer has definitely jumped in. This sophomore has jumped into this game and said, let's go offensively. Giving a little spark to the team.
Can't say enough about Coach Pat O'Connor and the job that he's done. It's not easy to coach in the WCAC. It's not easy to take over a program the manner in which he took over the program with Pat Behan, and yet, for people paying attention, he was so instrumental in that last season in the transition between him and Behan. Coach O'Connor was really a rock for the program, for the coaching staff, for the kids, for the school. Very few folks have deserved the promotion to the title of head coach the way Pat O'Connor has.
When you said rock, you nailed it.
Yep.
He was the rock for this program. And as a father who has a son in the program, he's the type of human being that you say, I want my kid to go play for that guy. And that's exactly who he is as a person. He has nothing but class. Since he's gotten to this place, he has been such a positive influence on everyone around him. And that's why I love it. And my son feels the same way. And anyone that cares about St. John's basketball, that knows anything about anything, knows that we are in great hands right now.
Well, as a parent, of a Benilde program, student, Coach O'Connor is heavily involved in helping those kids. And I get the most glowing reports as Zion Chase is living above the rim in this first half.
He's going to get blisters on those hands and he keeps on dunking it that hard.
But his influence off the court, he does enough to get his name called out for basketball stuff, but to be also such an inspirational dude in the classroom during the week.
I know the Morin family agrees with
Yeah,
you.
it's
100%.
It's cool.
He's top notch, man, and this is fun to watch. I love the way he handles himself. He's never too high or too low. He's all energy, and the kids respond to that.
Omari Witherspoon, that's his third attempt from that exact spot. He likes it, and he's going to keep testing it out. As was that Jaimin Vini's first bucket of the day?
Jaimin Vini getting into the column.
Second bucket of the day.
Yeah.
Making it look easy.
What'd you guys think of that Jackson Reed Bullis game? That was a hell of a game.
Dude, 3 straight years, Mark.
Every year we show up here.
It's crazy.
And they realize they're locked in, right, for life in that spot.
It's a program matchup, and I love it. Yeesh.
3 straight years, 2-point ball game, right?
Yep.
Every year was a 2-point.
Every year is a 2-point ball game between those two schools.
Last year was overtime,
Yep.
right? Bullis won the first one. Jackson Reed won last year,
Yeah.
I think.
No, this is the first. No.
Well, now I'm not ready to answer all these questions.
Sure.
Because
They definitely split the first two.
I'm
Okay.
going
Almost
I'm going with
positive.
Mark Stern on this
Yeah,
one.
I'm going to go ahead and let
Although
him.
he has seen 1.4 billion basketball games in between.
Yeah, how do you keep track of so many?
Got the sharpest memory in the game, boys.
He's like an elephant.
Mine's sharp on the field. It's the off the field stuff that really gets
Yes,
me. You know?
no, it's a fact. It gets harder and harder every year.
That's a confused look.
Everyone gets super quiet watching the refs work as they figure things out.
I can say this. This is the 6th game of the day, and I can't remember hearing anyone say anything to the officials from the stands. You know what I mean?
That's huge.
It's really a high level of professionality that these guys work with, and I really do appreciate it.
We hate playing favorites, Mark, but the crew for the last game, those are our guys.
Gary Stein.
Gary and them.
Yeah.
Who was on that? It was
Gary
Gary.
refereed my 8th grade COO basketball championship, Mark. That was in the 80s.
Mr. Cox.
Oh yeah, Darren.
Darren Cox and another man who is an absolute great ref.
Is it not
Ref
Larry?
me when I was little also. Mark has the like.
I need to remember who the third guy was.
For Jeremy Clark. And one. Jeremy to the line. Shooting.
Oh, Joe Washington. Right? Oh, no, or is Joe doing this game? I think it was Joe Washington. Oh, no, Joe's doing this game.
Oh, Joe's here.
I can't remember.
Jeremy Clark. Looking to.
How many
left?
Was it Ty Connors? Was it Ty who did the last game? I don't know.
We got it on tape. We got
Whoever
the whole
it is,
thing
he's a
on
hell of
tape.
a ref, and he has been for 40 years. He probably started reffing when he was 19 because he looks great.
Mark, got to get your opinion on something because we think you actually have one. By the way, what a shot!
Yes,
as Miles Franklin. Miles Franklin came to play.
He's balling. There's no doubt.
Before the first half is over, are you still mourning the loss of the 1-1?
I am.
Yeah, I knew you would be. I knew you would be.
I hate it.
I'm the only one.
No, you got 3 guys right here.
As an old point guard, you got to make the front end when it counts, right?
I
loved it.
It was awful. I think last year when I was talking to friends, colleagues, whatever, everyone was like so excited about that rule. I couldn't figure it out why. It makes free throws so important.
I agree. And no one ever says 1-and-1 again?
Yeah,
I think the Capital Hoops Summer League
gonna keep it?
Is the only we do.
You have to.
I think it's the only basketball league in the world that still has a 1-on-1.
I'm so proud of you.
Never let it die.
Or the college men still has it, right? I think they have it.
Yes.
But women's don't. I mean, anyone who has quarters has gone away with it. So I got something for you. So next weekend, this event that I'm running, the Capital Hoops Challenge presented by the Washington Wizards, we'll have official replay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Challenges?
So there's no challenges, but there are 3 reviewable plays.
Okay. By the refs.
Buzzer beaters, altercations, and I can't remember the third one, but I just read through this long document yesterday about it, and it's pretty cool. So we actually did it 2 years ago as well, when I was at DeMatha, using the monumental feeds and everything, and I believe there were 6 reviews across 12 games. And like there was a buzzer beater that was really close that they reviewed.
Yeah.
But it's cool that the refs are like real proactive about like wanting to do this, and they've contacted Monumental and like gotten all the logistics together, because it's like it's a lot of effort to like piece all that together, because it's not like DeMatha has all these camera rigs and like nuances like already lined up. Like you got to bring all those things
75 different angles.
As tech guys, as guys who run a streaming company, I'm sure you guys can
we're very
realize like what would like imagine if a refs were like, we want replay. Like it'd be a lot of work that would go into it.
I've pressed 0 buttons in 10 years.
I just press all the buttons as many times as possible until something happens. But no, we're pretty tech savvy. You see all these buttons have colors. I stick to the yellows and the blues. Kevin handles the reds and the grays, and we never touch these buttons.
The reds
ever.
made me sick that time. I'm done with
Never touch the red buttons. All right, we're at halftime. We're going to come back to a second half on a 16-point game. More action here from St. John's and the Behan Strong. BehanStrong.com to donate. QR code to participate in the auction. We won $1,000 this game. Please help us get to our goal. We'll be back for the second half. Thank you, Mark Stern.
Thank you, gentlemen.
30 seconds to go here as we get ready for the second half of action between St. John's and St. Andrews. The Cadets in control for most of this game already and looking to press their lead, close out the Behan Strong Invitational. Can't say it enough. BehanStrong.com. Please log in, give what you can, support our friend Pat in his fight against ALS. That's what the day is all about. That's why we're here. The top right-hand corner QR code is for the auction where you'll find some really cool items to bid on, including basketball training via camp from every single coach in this tournament. St. Andrews gets the first possession. Ooh, he kept his possession alive. Miles Franklin to Roach.
What a defensive possession for the Cadets.
The shot looked good. Jeremy Clark quickly back the other way.
Quickly is correct.
And they'll set up as the hometown fans are quiet so the offense can work.
Finley Billy. John Barton just doing work on the offensive glass.
And they're going to say he stepped on the line. But the hustle is appreciated.
I love it. Totally picking up at 90 feet here.
And he doesn't appreciate.
My Lord.
He is in there, and he is getting to the spot. That is amazing defense.
That's how you play defense right there.
And that's a good job by Damon Nelson getting to the hole and at least having a chance at a shot.
And watch him on the offensive end.
Finley Billy, he spins to the elbow, kicks it back out to Jeremy Clark. John Barton. A turnaround. Oh, and it rolls out.
How athletic was that?
And the putback. Was that Omari?
Had to be.
Had to be Omari Witherspoon.
He caught the board as he's falling down and threw it up. Nice job.
And he's going to go to the line. Had a chance to talk to Mr. Witherspoon, Omari's father. Feels like, again, we've been calling these kids names for so long. Omari finally a senior. I remember watching him as a freshman, I believe, playing for Carroll in the gym at McNamara.
We called that game at McNamara.
Yep.
He had about 30 that night.
He was the guy,
Yeah.
and he transfers to St. John's, stays in the league, still playing against the best teams in the world. And so we've loved watching him be an integral part of every team he's taken the floor with.
Well, it's nice to have a senior ACC caliber player on the squad. It just, it feels good.
And Roach and Miles Franklin, just a little miscommunication there.
Well, the miscommunication is caused by relentless pressure on defense. Pat O'Connor must have said, hey, guys, show me a little something on the defensive end this half. Because for the first 2 minutes, I'm not sure if St. Andrews has gotten a shot off.
Oh, Jeremy Clark buys himself enough room to scoot down low.
Dish.
It's like a quadruple threat when he gets that ball at the top of the three-point line because he created a sliver of an opening just with his head and shoulders.
All this backcourt needs is a sliver.
Finley Billy on his back foot finds Totley. 15 on the shot clock,
Stop
3
it.
points up and in and out as Omari Witherspoon fights for the rebound. It's going to be St. Andrews' ball, though.
Now the Cadets are picking up at 94 feet.
Caden Scott kicks it to the corner. No good for Roach. Cadets with numbers initially. Now that was it. I thought we were going to get a tie-up, but they're going to get a hand on the wrist. As Caden Scott was looking for ball, but he found forearm.
The second team set.
Jeremy Clark adds one. Zion Chase, the leading scorer in the first half for the Cadets with 10 points. I know 4 of them were on rim-rattling dunks.
All right, we want to give a live update because we're getting word from, we don't have a tote board to put on the screen, but behanstrong.com, that is where you can go to donate to the cause. It's on the bottom of your screen there. Our goal is to get to $1,000 by the end of this game. Please help us do that. Every single cent goes to the care of our friend.
Miles Franklin's goal is to go for 20 tonight because he's playing some basketball here, Ken.
John Barton.
9 at half, 4 in the second.
John Barton disagrees with the call, but he's going to live to fight another day. I mean, is that a different size uniform? He's a monster of an individual. How many cows had to die for that? Do they still make rawhide cow leather uniforms these days?
As the analyst, I'm going with 0 cows.
Oh,
Nice
Roach.
shot there by Roach.
Smooth. Love the headband. Amari, kick it. Barton for 3. Franklin back the other way here for the Lions. Ooh, baseline shuffle there.
John Barton with the steal.
Lays it off for Amari. Back.
Unselfish basketball.
Cadets working the numbers to perfection as they extend the lead to 18. Spin move into the lane. He loses the handle, pushes forward to Clark.
Go.
And it's blocked, but put back. And Miles Franklin, a little frustration there. He got the initial block. And then it was contact on the second chance. It's Jeremy Clark.
Great job. It's going to be a little accidental finger to the eye.
A little face rake there, yeah. They'll get Amari to his feet, and he'll go for the and one. And I believe that would be the high water mark in terms of cadet lead if he was able to put this in.
Yeah, all generated by their relentless pressure on defense. And it starts out top with this backcourt just hassling the St. Andrews backcourt. Harassing?
I think they're hassling them. I like that. It's a hassle. It's an old word, but it still works. Probably back in the days when Batista was calling your CYO games, played in black and white.
We had wooden bats.
Some court in Indiana somewhere, rice cornfields.
We played on grass, not fake turf. I know that.
None of this fake turf. It's basketball after all. Karan Bailey. Franklin working at the elbow on John Barton, and that is a tough assignment, and they'll get it off of John. It'll be St. Andrews ball with 16 on the shot. Roach corrals it. Five on the shot. Off the rim. Barton back the other way. He's looking to push it, as they all do in the white jerseys. And he can't get it to go in. Miles Franklin skies for the rebound.
His pure speed was ridiculous on that rebound run. Good strong take.
They'll get Giamavini.
So this St. Andrews program, Ken, is relatively new on the scene, especially in this area, and relatively new meaning the last 15 years. It's a great program. They got a great gym. They poured some money into it. Guys like Walt Williams' son played there. Alonzo Mourning's son played there. Last year they had Mark Allery's son, and he's now down in Miami playing ball. This is a place that has become a bit of a power in the area.
Jeremy Clark. A little one-on-one, number one versus number one. Jaimin Vini working the baseline, and he will.
They got him on the push-off.
Yeah, he extended the arm. Sophomore, and he is a good-looking sophomore, 6'3". And sometimes you look at these players and you know that frame is likely going to support another 20 pounds of muscle before he leaves this place.
And as he gets into his stance, how many guys can just put pressure on the point guard? I'm telling you, man. Damon Nelson's got his hands full out here, and he's playing good.
Roche with the spin and the one-hander. Oh, nice looking hook on the spin around.
Oh, that's very nice individual effort. Great look.
3, no good.
Roach on the board.
Zion Chase.
Yeah, when you're that size and you reach in out top, that's an easy one. It just looks like a foul.
Some of these names we call in the fall. Number 12, one of them. Number 24. Sorry, I was half short. Tariq Boney. We haven't seen him in yet, but we will. Keep your eyes on number 13, the freshman, Kareem Smith-Bay.
Once again, another possession ruined by amazing defense.
And they're going to get John Coleman, the senior guard, for a foul. And here in this third quarter, one more foul to give, and a nice little inbound play there to Zion Chase.
Zion Chase is having quite a night.
And you get to see a little bit, again, talking about Coach O'Connor and what he's done for this program. It's on the floor as well. You got some senior leadership as Roach puts it up, but you see the future here as well. Scheinman wanted to go strong to the hole, and they're not going to call. Okay, they finally did. There was a lot of contact there.
No, they got an out-of-bounds call.
Stepping on the line.
Yeah, stepped on the line. Let me tell you this, Ken. This St. Andrews team has 4 guys that have gone for over 20 points in a game this year. 4 different guys with the offensive power to go for over 20 individually. There's a minute 20 to go on the clock. We got 28 in the game. St. John's defense is for real.
Roche for 3.
Square up his feet there. I like that.
He's a good shooter.
Yeah, he is. And he's a smart player.
Totally is just
He's going to get by you.
a boulder.
Whether you like it or not, he's getting by you. Totally.
He's a blur and he's strong as he spins around. And I mean, it's in the unguardable department to spin around in the lane.
Hey, I thought he was a very, very good player last year, but what I'm seeing this year, he has gone to 2 different levels. He has made himself into a full-time stud.
Yep.
He really is.
Damon Nelson with the quick 2 for St. Andrews. But again, the depth of the program on display here. You got the freshman Kareem Smith-Bay on the floor. You have Jaimin Vini, the sophomore transfer from Gonzaga. And then couple that with some of the players that we've been watching all day long today, like Devin Totley, like Amari Witherspoon, like John Barton. Coach O'Connor has put something together that's good right now, and it's also incredibly sustainable in the best high school basketball conference in the country as Totley. And there's 5 seconds to go. And hanging in the air, not going to do it. Totley throws it up, and it's not good if it goes. 1 quarter to go here. 8 minutes is all we got left of what, I'm not going to lie, it's felt like a pretty quick day.
Yeah, I agree. Well, when you're watching the best basketball players in the world, it makes it really, really easy for the time to fly. And the time has been flying today.
20-point game. We got Mark Stern still hanging out with us.
We're in the 24th quarter of the day.
The 24th quarter. The 24th quarter.
It feels like the 13th or 14th at tops.
BehanStrong.com.
BehanStrong.com. The reason why this day feels that way is because, hey, Coach Behan's in
the building.
gymnasium. He's in Gallagher right now. So if that man is capable of being in this gym today for this game and the previous game, I think all of us out here, especially us former cadets, are capable of hitting that QR code and getting us to the point
Come on, let's go.
that we're looking for.
Help us get to our goal. We know some folks out there are watching First Amendment Sports. Folks who ride with us all year long on the football field, on the lacrosse field, on the soccer pitch, on the hardwood. Wherever we are, you are, and we thank you for it.
And think about what Coach Pat Behan has done for us on the hardwood. Then you think about what Natalie has done. What an amazing couple. How inspirational is that? Like, that lady has been by his side throughout this entire process, and that type of loyalty is also amazingly inspiring. Those people are just inspiration givers to all of us. So we can cough up a couple bucks here and make their lives a little bit easier because they live it the proper way.
Zion loses it on the floor, back the other way. Franklin. Just a super quick story about Pat and Natalie, our good friends, as that ball is denied at the rim. And Roach sneaks in and gets two. We're at a wedding for Matt and Lauren Boyd. Matt Boyd and Pat, roommates in their single days. And Natalie was Pat's date to the wedding. And I remember we were sitting at the same table. Never met Matt Natalie before, obviously knew Pat. And she was, so it was Natalie and my daughters just hit it off right away. Just for not knowing anyone and for coming into a situation and to take my daughters under her wing and to have just a great day. And, you know, Matt and all the guys are telling Pat, hey, by the way, this is the one. And
yeah,
Pat knew it, but it always helps to hear it from your friends. She's as graceful and kind as she is hardworking and loyal, and she is an inspiration.
Yeah, when you say Behan Strong now, you're talking about both of them.
That's right. That strength has been strengthened. Corner three is good. It's Kareem Smith-Bay.
We've been hearing about Kareem Smith-Bay, the freshman, number 13. He has a bright, bright future ahead of him.
When I was a freshman, I looked like I was 7 years old. These guys look like they're ready to go straight to the pros. Something's not right or fair.
Well, I think the comparison is not fair.
That's true to them.
And Damon Nelson has been very mature today on this court. He's smooth. He's fundamental. Very nice looking three-point shot, as you just saw, and he's a very good player. He's a first-team all-league type guy.
Totally gets in the mix.
Totally just keeps on doing work, man. Watching the St. John's team against Jackson Reed and against Georgetown Prep earlier in the season, and Devin Totley was the difference in those games. He put pressure on like you watched, and he is a one-man version of pace. What a finish by number one, Damon Nelson.
Yeah, Damon Nelson, all day, he's been gutting it out against ferocious defense. Him and Miles Franklin together.
He has been their premier playmaker, especially off the bounce. No, that's a sustainable looking jump shot, and so is that. Look at him holding the follow through, squared up perfectly. Great feed, great finish. There's been some phenomenal basketball today, Ken, and guess what? We were waiting for it.
Yep.
We missed it. It's like opening day for us. It's like, here we go. You spend 12 hours in one gym on a Saturday, and it feels like 5 minutes. It's awesome. We got a 19-point game. You know I want to see. You know who I want to see. I want number 24 on the floor here, Ken. Can you text Pat O'Connor real quick for me?
Truitt?
Submit a request. We're going to need 24 because
Yeah, Noah, it's Tariq Boney time.
ever since I've been coming here, I've talked about being 8 years old, growing up in the gym, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of these cadets have been my heroes, guys I've looked up to, guys to this day I have friendships with. So to this day, I still always have my favorites. Tariq Boney is one of my favorite athletes in the history of St. John's College High School. Not just because of what he does on the field, which is amazing.
Yep.
He's even better off.
He's a natural-born leader.
He is.
Nice little floater pass to Amari Witherspoon from Zion. Down low, outside.
Look at that.
Witherspoon
Look
for 3.
at that. That is high-level high school offense right there. Inside out.
And he's going to get
Oh, boy.
steal. Watch out, showtime. And the one-hander.
He cuffed it. He cuffed that one, Ken.
And they'll get Jeremy Clark on that one.
The Pittsburgh
And
commit.
here's the steal. Here we
Getting
go.
the steal.
In the open court.
Cuff it and throw it, Omari.
There it is. That's fun. As Amari and Zion.
And look,
Come
24
off.
is in the game.
Boney. I do not want to have
Stop.
24 with fresh legs guarding me. Jeremy Clark. And he's looking, this is, they're looking for 24 down low. There it is. Oh, he gets his own rebound. Ball's loose, and we're going to tie up there.
I think we got an up-close personal look at the St. John's backcourt and how they defend.
Possession arrow belongs for the Lions.
It's fun to watch.
As Totally gives a big smile to Boney again, and now Totally's going to come out of the game. And Coach O'Connor seen here consulting with Brad Ripito.
Who's an excellent consultant.
Smith Bay made a play on that ball, but deep three, no good. Oladeji. Oh, they're going to get Tariq for a reach in. 3.5 to go. Cadets in control of the fourth game of the Behan Strong Invitational, behanstrong.com. We're looking for $1,000 in this game. Everybody, please help us get to our goal. QR code up in the corner for the auction.
I just looked down and saw our guy John Barton going to play at Towson with Jaquan Womack.
Whew. Oh, my gosh.
Who's in charge of recruiting over there? Because he needs a promotion.
That's pound for pound. The most pounds you want on a basketball court. That's all pounds.
Those are pounds of sinew.
There's
no fat. That's
the best pounds.
That's two awesome basketball players. Keep an eye on Towson and what they're doing right now. I want to know who else is in that recruiting class.
3. And that's a good-looking
Nice
shot.
shot there. Gabe Ama, the senior.
Beanie. Boney for 3.
Knock it in there, Boney.
Finley Billy almost got that rebound, and they'll get him
But it was
again.
a good hit by Finley Billy there. He got his money's worth.
2:49 to go in this game. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us for a great day, for a great cause, in a great gym, surrounded by great people. All the coaching staff. Shout out to all the schools
You know
who
what?
took part.
Let me just real quick. James Mader, Steve Schwartz, Darian Anderson, Jimmy Bradshaw, Yashar Joseph, Haj Turner, and my man Chris Maloney.
Yes.
On the bench over there for the Cadets. What an excellent staff Coach Pat O'Connor's put together. I wanted to give those assistants a shout out. Those guys put in relentless work, and it's a long season. It's now year round, Ken. It just doesn't stop. And these guys volunteer a ton of their time for peanuts. God bless them.
Finley Billy, Tariq Boney going forward. Miles Franklin pulls it down. Damon Nelson spinning, dishing.
I like this kid's game a lot, man.
Vini with the rebound. He's looking to push. Smith Bay to the corner. Referee helped him out a little bit there. Kept him upright. Look at Tariq Boney gather that rebound.
Yes. Watch the bench. Right? Everything this guy does, he's electric. He is the unquestioned leader of the football team, and he's just a guy on campus that everyone respects, man. By the way, he has
check out his free throw.
He has 4 million Power 4 offers to play football, and he's out here as a junior.
And none of them want him playing basketball in the winter, but he don't care.
Look at that form.
Oh, let's get one. Tariq.
He'll get one.
Oladeji taking a seat. Luke Gingrich.
The senior checking in. Name a college program that you care about. They've offered this, man.
Finley Billy able to get the rebound off his own foot, though. Shout out to the Gingrich family in attendance for this last game to see Luke get it in the last couple minutes. Damon Nelson. And now Vini. Smith Bay. And he'll draw the contact and go to the line.
You're looking up and down this roster, the young talent that Pat O'Connor has gone out and got. There was a bit of a weird recruiting time here at St. John's when everyone's, Coach Behan was going through his situation and the transition, and what Pat O'Connor has done to stabilize everything has been remarkable. Kareem Smith Bay. We've seen some good-looking freshmen today. He's certainly one of them.
I mean, you wouldn't know he was a freshman. Defense till the end here for the Cadets. Smith Bay.
Man, does he move well.
Rebound for Boney, and he'll push.
Just take it right to the rack. Good look, Boney.
Finley Billy for three, in and out. And Gingrich on the ground gets the ball.
Go, senior.
And he
nice pass. You
what a scrappy play for Luke.
Now run something for him. Let him get his. He just got down and dirty for you. Nice. I love it.
He's going to get a three-point shot.
I love it.
Off the front of the rim.
Nice job.
Finley Billy with the putback.
Billy.
.35 seconds to go here. Deep three. No good, and the rebound for Luke Gingrich. He's going to get on the stat sheet, and that's going to do it.
What a day.
Shot clock is off.
What a day. Pat Behan, thank you, sir.
Thank you to the Behan family. Thank you to Mark Stern, St. John's College High School, from Dennis Hart, Ashley Gingrich, Chris Themistis, Kevin Haley, all the way down for hosting this amazing event. All the great high school programs who participated. That'll do it for 4 games on behalf of the Behan Strong Invitational. You still have time. BehanStrong.com. You still have time to be a part of the battle, be a part of the fight. The QR code for the auction. That auction's still going on. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Punch back for Pat.
Punch back for Pat.
With that credit card, with that card. Punch back for Pat. Punch those numbers in there. Get something awesome. Send your kid to camp. Get a helmet. Do something amazing right now, because what he's done is absolutely amazing. Thank you for having me here today, Ken.
Thank you, Kevin Ricca. Thank you, Luke David, and our whole team at First Amendment Sports. We'll see you again soon in the WCAC. Thank you so much for joining us.